Hello, and as always, thank you guys for tuning in to the adventures of D-Webb Enterprises LLC. Today is Thursday, September 30th, 2021. And on today's video, more or less, I just want to talk about what, in my own opinion, is going on out in Las Vegas, Nevada. So please like, share, and subscribe. Maybe someone who either lives in Las Vegas, Nevada can put some input on what I'm saying and or tell me if I'm wrong or right. And again, maybe someone who just sells NFL tickets might know the answer to this too. Maybe it doesn't exactly have to do with Las Vegas. But long story short is I sell season passes in Las Vegas, Nevada to the Las Vegas Raiders out in Allegiant Stadium, Nevada. And I also sell tickets to the Pittsburgh Steelers here in Heinz Field, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So I see what's happening in both cities. I kind of pay attention to the whole COVID protocol and whatnot. So I'm not going to act like that's not a little bit of the reasoning. Now, I know about a month ago, all the Las Vegas Raiders season ticket holders got an email saying that as of the Raiders Ravens game, that masks were going to be required. And, well, if you were vaccinated, you didn't have to wear a mask, but it was required to be vaccinated to go into the stadium. So that instantly, anybody who has Raider season passes and or had been looking at tickets to buy, I'm sure you guys were all aware that really dropped the price. I mean, obviously people are like going to be nervous to go in general already during this pandemic. Like a lot of people won't even go for that reasoning. But again, one thing that really I think spiked the fall of the prices was the needing proof of vaccination to enter the stadium, because again, I don't care if somebody is or isn't vaccinated. That's great for them, but I'm personally not. So to me, it just like made it so I'm not gonna go to the game. I don't know, like I'm not even trying to be like the government's crazy or anything like that. It has nothing to do with politics why I'm not getting the shot. I'm 24. I'll be 25 on Tuesday, October 5th, 2021, and I just feel like I'm healthy, so I don't want to put extra chemicals in my body. But that's all. That's just my own opinion. You guys can leave in the comments how you feel about that. But also, the main thing I'm trying to say is that definitely caused prices to drop. Now, the second thing that I think really caused prices to drop was the fact that whenever the tickets weren't selling for people who are selling them, like me, doing it as an investment, of course, like for example, the Seattle Seahawks came to Las Vegas, Nevada for the first preseason home game in Las Vegas. Now, anybody who didn't sell their tickets, even though it was just preseason, is obviously going to be a little bit more nervous now for the next couple games, so they're probably lowering their prices. So that definitely is going to cause a factor in prices being dropped. Like, more people that don't sell their tickets to previous games are going to be more desperate to get their money back on the next game, even if they're not making as much as they could. They're going to make it cheaper just to get the sell because they're going to still have that sting slash pain from it not selling. So that's like, so that's a big thing. I think every game that happens, more and more people that don't sell tickets will be more reasonable on the aftermarket. Now again, I've already sold most of my tickets, so I wasn't like too stressed out over it. Unfortunately, a good bit of my tickets were still sold after the price drop happened, but that's the thing, like it was all about how greedy people were being at the beginning. Like anybody who looked at the tickets back when the season first came out, the season opener against the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Baltimore Ravens in Las Vegas, the cheapest sticker valued after the resale market, of course, but the cheapest ticket you could find was around 750 when they first came out. Now, every week after that, they kind of slowly started dropping and dropping and dropping because people were nervous that they're not going to sell their ticket. And if you would have looked on game day, some people were selling their tickets for literally like 150, maybe 300 bucks. Somewhere in that price range was some of the cheapest ones. I didn't actually check that exact day because I knew my tickets were already sold, thankfully, before the prices dramatically dropped. But for some people, that's what's going to cause them to lower their prices, if that makes sense. Like, again, I pay X amount for my season passes, so I'm expecting to make certain amount per game to at least break even. So every game you don't sell anything, you instantly have to make more off the rest of the game. So people are just going to be nervous. That's going to happen. And another thing that really I think screwed up the prices of the Las Vegas Raider tickets right now is whenever about a month ago the whole vaccination to enter the stadium became a thing, a lot of people got the option to basically, if they didn't sell any of their tickets and they still had all their tickets, they were able to give them back to the Raiders. And then the Raiders, honestly, it came out. I'm a PSL holder, so I got an email and basically I got an email saying so many people turned in their season passes. If you would like to purchase extra seats, you have the right. So obviously anybody who had PSLs had the first option to do that, and they sold out within 24 hours. So it didn't even get a chance to go to the general public for like just a fan to buy. Everyone who bought those was doing it as an investment. So again, I wanted to buy into them, but within 24 hours they were sold out. So by the time I even like thought about it and said, you know what, yeah, let's do that, they were gone already. So obviously a ton of people thought, let's just buy them and sell them. Even if they're making $100 extra a ticket and they get two to every game, that's still an extra like $2,000 almost that they've made just from buying and reselling these tickets. So again, that made the price drop because I think a lot of people bought the extra tickets with the intention to just sell for a few extra dollars. Even if they're not making a killing, they were happy because it was just extra money made from them just buying more tickets, which again is very smart. I wanted to do it, but for some reason I didn't expect them to go within one day, so I kind of just sat on it for a second thinking about it. And by the time I made my decision to want to buy them, they were already gone. So it is what it is. It's water under the bridge. But I think those are the main reasons, in my own opinion, that the prices are dropping so much. At least the three main reasons. One, people not selling their tickets. So of course they're just gonna like sell them for cheaper. Just make not cheaper, but they're gonna lower their prices to make sure they sell. Not like cheaper than everybody. I'm not saying they're gonna sit there and lose money on selling them just to sell them. But another thing too is COVID is still, the numbers are rising out there. I heard, again, I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, so anybody maybe in Las Vegas, if you watch my videos, please leave in the comments what you think about the COVID growth out there, because I don't actually see it day to day. Again, this has to do with international travel. I had tickets I was trying to sell to the rugby, the rug. I don't want to say it was the championship, but there was a rugby game that was going to be held in Allegiant Stadium. It was against the Team USA and Team Ireland, and that got canceled. Unfortunately, I had already sold my tickets, but of course it gets refunded. You have to make sure to do the correct stuff if you're trying to be a legitimate business. So I had to refund them, of course, but it's frustrating because that was probably just changed, or that probably just got canceled because of traveling internationally. I don't think that directly had to do with the COVID. I mean, it had to do with the COVID, but not the COVID being bad in Vegas. It had to do with not wanting to start spreading COVID between countries again. So it's a crazy world we live in. Of course, we're all hoping, fingers crossed, that this will be the last sports season that COVID has any sort of effects on. We're hoping next year to go into a full-on fan base, full-on everything, no vaccination proof, nothing. So next year, I do think, this year being season one, probably had the highest ticket prices ever for the Raiders will be. I don't think that next season will be as high at the start of the season. I do believe that prices right now might be some of the best seats you can get if you want to go to the Las Vegas Raiders, just due to the fact that so many people don't want to go with the vaccination. So there's a lot of people like me that are doing it as an investment, but maybe they didn't sell as many as I did already, so they might be paranoid and lowering their prices not to get stuck with them. Thankfully, knock on wood, I know that's fake wood, I have some real wood right here, but knock on wood that the rest of my tickets keep selling and I don't get stuck with a bunch on game day. So you never know. Again, today was Thursday, September 30th, 2021, so also anybody who follows the NFL, today is kind of a big game on Thursday Night Football. It is the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Jacksonville Jaguars, and anybody who follows the sport anybody who follows football, not just the NFL, would know that this is a huge game because the quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals, which is Joe Burrows, and the quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars, which is Trevor Lawrence, both played in the college championship game 2 seasons ago. So Joe Burrows did win. He was playing for Alabama. Trevor Lawrence was playing for Clemson. They lost, but it was definitely a good game, and I think people are excited thinking that this might be a new future NFL rivalry between the two of them. You never know. Neither one might turn out too good, or they might become one of the next big rivalries like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. You never know, but I'm looking forward to it. Just kind of, I don't even know 100% if I like Joe Burrows more, but I was hyped. I ordered a jersey, and I don't know why. It took like a month to come, and they ended up sending me both styles. I only ordered originally the orange one, but somehow I got the black one too. or I'm sorry, I ordered the black one and somehow got the orange one. But I was happy. I mean, it was the price of one. So that was just a little side note. I think I'm kind of on the Bengals bandwagon tonight. Not sure how I feel exactly. Again, I'm a Steeler fan, so I don't have any true blood on either team. But it's just cool to watch. It makes me excited. It makes me love the sport. And again, anybody who likes tickets, please shout out or please leave in the comments. Try to give me your info. I will definitely branch out or look up my info. I have my own website. Now I did just pay my Raiders season tickets today. Again, I don't mean to keep saying the date, but it was kind of like a good day for me. Again, Thursday, September 30th, 2021, I officially paid my invoice for the Las Vegas Raiders for next season, so that'll be the 2022 season. So at this point, anything I sell and get profit for, it's literally feels good and like actual profit because I'm already paid through next year. And doing that, it was kind of cool. I got put in a sweepstakes. It was just something the Raiders were doing. If you paid by November 15th, 2021, you got put into a sweepstakes to have a chance to win 2 tickets to the Super Bowl. Or there was a couple other smaller prizes, which, knock on wood, again, I don't know why I even said knock on wood, but I know I'm probably not going to win. Who knows? Maybe I will. That'd be super sweet. But one person I wanted to shout out, that's why I left the screen for a second. So I wrote down his name. His name was John Scalavas, and he works for the Las Vegas Raiders. He was super cool. He was super helpful. Again, John Scalavas, I'm sorry. If you watch this, I'm really sorry if I mispronounced your name. But you were honestly super on point. He works for the Las Vegas Raiders customer service, the customer service phone line, and he definitely was on point. He was very polite to me. He even explained that it's not the Raiders' issue, because I was having issues with my card because it was a good bit of money that I had to put up for the tickets, so I had to basically call my bank, tell them that it's not a fraud, then send the money, and then it was finished, the payment. But it was really cool. He took the time, instead of just telling me he doesn't know why it's not going through, he actually took the time to explain to me that it's probably the bank's issue and call them, and then call back, and he even said, ask for me directly, and I'll make sure everything goes through. And it was really cool because I ended up being able to do it online, but I still called and thanked him, and he took the time he gave me his full name. I told him I was going to shout him out in this YouTube video. So again, John Scalavos. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. He was super cool, super nice guy. Just to spell it out one time, Scalavos is the last name. John Scalavos, I think it is. So have a great day. Thank you guys for watching. This was the Adventures of D-Webb Enterprises, LLC. Thank you.